Hello Sudoku friends and welcome to the New York Times Hard Sudoku Puzzle. Today is Wednesday the 1st of November 2023. We are going to have a crack at this puzzle now. The 4 here blocks down, this 4 blocks up, this 4 blocks over, 4 must go here. Now we have these two 4s blocking across here and here. This 4 blocks up, so a 4 must go here. We are now going to have a 4 in either of these two positions. And this 4 blocks down, this 4 blocks over, this 4 blocks over. So a 4 also must go here. Now we are going to have a 4 either here or here as well. What else do we see? We see only 1 8 in the entire grid. That's not a lot, but not uncommon for the New York Times puzzles. 1, 2, 5, 8 here. We've got a 1 and an 8 and a 2 blocking this square. It must be a 5. 1, 2, 8 here now. And I can't solve them yet. We have a 7 either here or here because these two squares and this square are blocked by these 3 7s. And 1 must go here or here and also here or here. And we have 1s here or here. We have a 1 9 blocking here. And we have a 1 9 blocking here. So 1 and 9 must go in these two squares, leaving a 3, 7, 8 for these squares. Can we use that for anything? Not immediately, I think. This, of course, can only be a 7 or an 8. So what else do we have? 9s here or here. So this 2 blocks over, this blocks down. Here's a 2. 3, 5, 6, 9. 5, 9, 3, 6. 6, 6. No, we're not quite there yet. A 5, of course, must go here or here and also here or here because of this 5 blocking across. 4, 5, 7, 8 here. 4, 8. This is a 7, 5. 5, 7. 4. 4, 5, 7, 8. So guess what? This must be an 8. 4, 5, 7 here. No, not yet. And here 2, 3, and a 6. All we can say is that a 2 must go here or here, and we are going to have a 2 either here or here, a 1 here or here, and an 8 here, here, or here. We only have 4 givens in block 8, but we know that a 1 must go here or here. And we have quite a lot of givens in this row here. So let's have a look at this square. It cannot be a 1 because a 1 must go here or here because this 1 blocks here. It also can't be a 2, 3, or a 4. It could be a 5, but not a 6, not a 7, 8, or a 9. So it turns out that this must be a 5. We have a 5 here and here blocking these 4 squares. We have these two 5s blocking these 2 squares. So a 5 must go here. Does that do anything for the bottom row? We still need to find 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. 7 goes here or here, of course. 2, 3, 3, 2, 6. I'm not quite sure about that. But we did find this 5, and this 5 blocks here and here. So it's clear now that a 5 must go here. Now we are going to have a 5 here or here. And these 3 remaining squares must be a 9, 3, and a 6. So the 6 blocks down, giving me a 6 here or here, right? Blocking across, this 6 blocks across, so a 6 goes here. And since we got these two sixes blocking down. We know that a 6 must go here. And that gives us a 6 for this square in column 9. Now we got a 1, 6 here, and we got a 1, 6 here. So we got a 1, 6 in these two squares, and therefore a 3, 7, and a 9 here. The 7 and the 9 block here. So here's a 3, here's a 7, 9. And this square can only be a 2, of course. So now what? 1, 8, and a 2. 8 blocks over. We know that one of these must be a 1. Now the other one is an 8, and ergo the 2 must go here. This 2 blocks up. This 2 blocks up. These 2s block here and here. So here's a 2. Since these are 1 and 8, this has got to be a 2. Now we have got these 2s blocking these 4 squares, and we got these 2s blocking these 5 squares. So a 2 goes here. Here we'll be looking for a 8 and a 7, and here a 1, 3, and a 9. 1, 3, 9. 1, 1, 1. Not sure about that. Why am I not sure about that? Well, because I'm not. 1 and 8. Can we find a 1 or an 8 in this column here? Not immediately. But let's look again at these two squares. They were a 9 and a 1, weren't they? Because we found that out almost at the beginning. Just to recap, there's a 1 and a 9 blocking here, and there's a 1 and a 9 blocking here. So here's a 1 and a 9. So a 3, 7, 8 still here, here, and here. 3, 7, 8. Well, we knew that. This is a 7, 8. Since this cannot be a 3 and this cannot be a 3, the 3 goes here. Now 7, 8, and a 6 here. Not quite sure about that yet. We did talk about a 9, 7 here, didn't we? And therefore we have a 9 here or here and a 7 here or here. Along with a 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, a 7 must go here or here blocking up. 7 blocks up, 7 goes here or here. 4 and 4 block up, 4 here or here. And therefore this has got to be a 5. 7 and 9 here, therefore a 3 here. And that should help, I think, or not. Yes, or not. We have a 3 here or here as well. What do we need across here? We need to find 1, 7, 8, and a 9. 7, 9, we know that. 1 and 8. This is a 1, 9. So an 8 must go here or here. And therefore we have an 8 in one of these 3 squares. But if not, it would have been weird because this 8 blocks across, doesn't it? This is a 3 or a 9. 6, 7, 8 to be found for 3 of these 4 squares. Just for the sake of argument and to hone our senses, we have a 7 or an 8 here, and we have a 7 or an 8 here. We also have a 7 or an 8 here. And therefore we cannot have a 7 or an 8 here. It would be a unique rectangle. And the only other digit missing from this block is a 6. So if it's not a 7 and it's not an 8, it's got to be a 6. And that gives me a 1 here and a 6 here, because we had the 1 and a 6 going on in these 2 squares as unknown, right? Now we have a 6 blocking down here and over here and over here. So here's a 6. And now 7, 8 here and 7, 8 here. Here we only need 2 more numbers. One is a 9, and this 9 prevents a 9 from going here. So here's a 9, and here's a 3. Now this must be a 3. And this 9 now blocks down. This 9 blocks over, giving me a 9 here and therefore a 1 here, because these were 9 and 1 remote pairs, remember? 7, 8 here, 7, 8 here, therefore a 1 here. still 1 and 8 missing here. Here 7, 8 and 7, 8. A 9 still missing and a 7 across here. And a 7, 8 and a 9 here. We do have the same constellation here with a unique rectangle on 7 and 9. So I'm pretty sure that one of these must be an 8. But let's hang in there and see if we can find a better way to figure that out. 5, 8, 9 here. Still a 7, 4 here. I think we can do something with this square. And the reason I'm saying that is that if we look at the column, we need a 1, 3, 8 and a 9. We got a 1, 3 and a 9 blocking this square, so it's got to be an 8. Now that gives us an 8 here and a 1 here. Now a 3 and a 9 for these two squares. And a 4, 5, 7 here. This 7 blocks up. This 7 blocks up. So here's a 7. Therefore, we have a 4 here. And we have a 4 here. This therefore must be a 5. And these two must be a 9 and an 8. Let's have a look at this square. It is an intersection between a row and a column with quite a few givens. And I think I can already see that it's got to be a 5. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it is a 5. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but not a 7. But an 8 and a 9 blocking, so the 7 goes here. Now we can resolve all of these over here, like so. And no further commentary necessary, I think. That was quick. Now this is an 8 and this is a 9. A 1, 3 and a 9 here now. 3 and 9 blocking up. Here's a 1. Now we have a 1 here. 9 blocks up. Here's a 3. Here's a 9. Here's a 3. And the center square must be an 8. And that's how we solved today's puzzle. Thank you for watching and bye for now.